Here's a question that I get asked lots of times. If I'm buying a house or if I'm selling a house, do I need to have it appraised? And do I need an inspection? So listen, that just depends, first of all, if you're a seller or a buyer. The great news is if you're a seller, you do not need to have your home appraised. If you hire a real estate agent in your area who knows what they're doing and has closed lots and lots of transactions, they can pull comps for you as the seller to determine the value of your home, so you do not need an appraisal. You absolutely, if whether you're a seller or a buyer, an inspection is not something that is mandated by anyone. If you are a buyer and you have a government loan, the one thing they may, and they may not, it depends on the lender, ask you to provide is a clear WDIR, which means a wood destroying insect report, to prove that there are no live or active wood destroying insects on the home that you are buying. So for the seller, if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling anytime soon, the question that I get asked all the time is, do I need to have my home appraised before you list it? And the answer is no, it's absolutely not. An appraisal, remember this, is simply one person's opinion of the value of your home on that day. And I guarantee you, if you are someone thinking about selling your home and you call 5 different appraisers and you say, I want to have my home appraised, I guarantee you they are going to come up with 5 different numbers for the value of your home. And listen, they may not even be similar, all right? It's one person's opinion of the value of your home on that particular day. That's all it is. An inspection is something that every buyer has the right to have done on any home that they are purchasing during what's called their due diligence portion of their contract. So let's just say you're looking at buying a home. You went under contract yesterday on a home that you want to buy, and on your contract, your real estate agent puts 7 days for your due diligence period, which means from the day after the very last person that signed that contract signs. So let's say the last person signs it today. On your contract, it has 7 days for due diligence. Your 7 days begins tomorrow. And you as the buyer have the right to have that home inspected by anyone that you choose. It can be a licensed inspector, it can be your uncle, it can be anyone that you choose to inspect that home, right? And for any reason, or during your 7-day due diligence period for no reason at all, you as the buyer can walk away from that deal and say, I'm canceling it, I no longer want to buy it. And during that 7-day period, there is nothing that the sellers can do. You have that right as the buyer. You do not have to have it inspected. You can choose to have it inspected. And then when it's inspected, you have a couple of different options after that as the buyer, right? Let's say that the inspector finds all kinds of things wrong with that home, things that you never expected that they would find, and you feel like you no longer want to buy it. During that 7-day period, you can cancel that contract for any of those reasons, or you can just say to the seller, I changed my mind, I don't want to buy it anymore. Only during the 7 days, right? Another option, there can be things wrong with the home that the inspector finds, things that are broken, things that are not up to code, and you want to ask the seller to fix some items, or you might want to ask the seller to reduce the price so that you can fix those items after closing. There are so many different avenues and so many different options. The great thing is, if you have a real estate agent on your side, they're going to do all that negotiating for you. You're not going to do any of it at all. That's why you hire a real estate agent, to do all that negotiating for you, right? Now, let's just say on your contract as the buyer, you have 7-day due diligence period on your contract, and on day 10, you decide that you want to have it inspected. You absolutely still can have it inspected, but you have no recourse to cancel the contract for any reason because your due diligence period has ended. So that's something that you do during your due diligence inspection period portion of your contract, right? So after the inspection's done, if you decide not to have an inspection, that's absolutely your right as the buyer. You do not have to have it inspected. The next thing is, if you're getting a loan at all, the bank or the lender or the mortgage company, whoever you're getting your loan through, is then going to put out a call for an appraiser. And any appraiser that picks it up in that area, that wants to do the appraisal for that home that you're buying, they go out on that day, they have it appraised, and normally, 9 times out of 10, if you're dealing with a real estate agent who knows what they're doing and knows the market, it's going to appraise for at least the sale price or the contract price. Sometimes those are the same, sometimes they're not. It's going to appraise. When your real estate agent types up your contract, if they don't feel like that home that you're buying is going to appraise for that number, they're probably going to tell you that, right? But then it's up to the appraiser to determine the value of that home. If it doesn't appraise for whatever reason, let's just say you're under contract for $200,000 and it appraises for $195,000, then you would show the appraisal to the sellers and say, look, we're under contract for $200,000, it appraised for $195,000, I'm asking you to lower the price. The sellers don't have to. They absolutely do not have to. But then you as the buyer get to decide, are you moving forward with the purchase, right? So remember this, as a seller, appraisal is not your responsibility. If you hire a real estate agent who knows the market and closes lots and lots and lots of deals, they should know how to price your house based on the market. An appraisal is not your responsibility. It's the bank that the buyer is using. That's their responsibility to have it appraised. So that's something that you do not need to spend money on as the seller, all right? As a buyer, it is absolutely your right during your due diligence period to have it inspected. Again, not mandatory, but it's something that you may want to do during your due diligence period so that you know exactly what you are buying, all right? So listen, it's a question that I get asked all the time. People get confused with what's the difference between an appraisal and an inspection, and are they both mandatory, are they not? All the things. Don't ever think that you have a stupid question. Ask your questions, ask your real estate agent, and make sure you are well educated. Buying a home could very well be one of the most important decisions that you make in your life. But if you're represented well, then you should not have many problems, or hopefully none at all, right? Y'all take care, have a great day, enjoy this South Louisiana weather. It feels like a furnace outside, so try to stay cool. And remember this, in real estate, there are no stupid questions. Ask all your questions. It's the only way you're going to learn. Y'all take care.